McDowell's supplements, an effective way to ensure you and your loved ones are getting the daily recommended intake of essential vitamins, minerals, and other important nutrients necessary for optimal health. Naturally, we carry an array of health and wellness supplements. McDowell's Immune Booster enhances your body's defense to fight colds and flu, boosts your immune system, prevents viruses and other airborne diseases. McDowell's Colon Cleanser prevents constipation, helps in removing toxins from the colon, detoxifies the body, and regulates your bowel movements. McDowell's Prostate Health prevent the enlargement of the prostate, improve urinary flow, and reduce frequent urination, especially at night. Moringa oleifera capsules are rich in minerals like calcium, potassium, zinc, magnesium, iron, and copper, vitamins like beta-carotene, vitamin A, vitamin B such as folic acid, vitamin C, D, and E. McDowell's Potassium Complex, used for treating and preventing low potassium levels, high blood pressure, preventing stroke, and aid in weight loss. McDowell's Triple Magnesium relaxes the muscles, relieves cramps and helps to control high blood pressure, improves sleep, and can calm the nerves. Magnesium is very important for the normal functioning of cells, nerves, muscles, bones, and the heart. McDowell's Ginger Turmeric helps to relieve pain, decrease nausea and enhance the immune function to help protect against illness and infection. Ginger turmeric has powerful anti-inflammatory properties and improves your circulation. Don't hold health back. Let health strike back. McDowell's, the better way to start your health. Visit Health Service Center, John Compton Highway, call 453-6417. Let your wellness be our stress.
It is well known that diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, and other illnesses may restrict blood flow, which can lead to impotence and erectile dysfunction. This is why Enhance was formulated to meet these challenging health problems, which can reduce your ability to perform. If you're having problems maintaining your manhood, then reclaim your manhood today with Enhance. Enhance increases your energy level, boosts your stamina, and increases your endurance.
You can get your Enhance at Southwell VA4, Restorer Pharmacy Soufre, Knightsmed Miku, Lay by Bar The Morn, Dexter's Place Jeremy Street Castries, Citygate Bar The CDC opposite the market, Plants Place Denry Highway, Arlette Supermarket Soufre, The Release Stress Bar Labrie Highway, Cool Joint Bar Victoria Schwazel, Prios Bus Stop 22, next to the Moshi Bus Stop opposite the Grosile Bus Stop. Prios Bar and Grill in Corinth, Grosile.
Enhance, the best a man can get.
Why are you suffering from aches, pains and illnesses? When there's help for you at Health Service Center, we offer a wide range of treatment that has been scientifically proven to help you with your aches, pains and illnesses. Our ICT machine is one of the most effective devices in the health field. It has shown positive results in many health problems such as back pains, shoulder pains, migraine headaches, pain in the knees and legs, poor circulation, arthritis, diabetic neuropathy, numbness in the feet, strokes and sports injuries. ICT, repairs, rebuild, the power to heal, the future of pain relief.
The voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluffs. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real issues. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM. The man.
at the moment in terms of going out to you and so on, but we hope to get that rectified very soon. Now, someone is calling me. I don't know if that person realizes that I am live on air, but he says, okay, he says start over again because, you know, there was no sound. Yeah. All right. Okay, so, all right, so we have the sound back. We're sorry about that. As I was saying, I see a lot of very unsafe driving on the road, and I think many of us are noticing it. And just this morning before the program, I happened to have gone up Grosley, and you know, at every stage, I took a detour through Corinth and Grand Riviere, and everywhere, whether on the highway, whether on the back roads, by roads, whatever. I mean, the way people are driving, it is absolutely scary. Like, they're driving because they don't expect to find anybody else on the road. Like, nobody else should be there. Nobody else will be there. So I can come at top speed on a narrow road. And even when they see you, it's like there's no attempt to correct, no attempt to accommodate the other person. It's like, you come in, wepu ko. You know, it's not ko I want to say, you know, but wepu, you know, something starting with C. I'm coming through, and I'm coming through the way that I want to. I want to open the corner. I want to widen the bend. I'm going to do it. And it doesn't matter what kind of vehicle they drive in. They do it whether they're operating a minibus, meaning that they have people who are paying them that they're responsible for. They do it whether they're driving one of those small you know, trucks and so on. They do it whether they drive in a car. They do it whether whatever it is they're driving, they behave just the same way. And I'm just asking myself, is there some particular demon or evil spirit or legions of them associated with the road that are out in full force that people are, because surely they're hearing of what is happening on the roads. Almost 20 people dead in traffic accidents for the year so far, but still people continue to do this thing. They keep on going at full speed. They keep on breaking all rules whatsoever. I don't know. You know, I was just saying that, you know, those show-off bikers, those dangerous bikers that we have on the road, there seem to be fewer of them these days. Well, they might as well be there, because I'm telling you, whatever vacuum or void that they left, other people who are on the road with regular vehicles, with other types of vehicles, are doing the same thing and are doing absolutely worse. It is terrible. And in driving this morning, I said to myself, I do hope that when Monday rolls around, that we are not hearing that this weekend was one of the bloodiest and deadliest were road accidents and fatalities. And because I don't know, it's like something take people, you know, you know, they're just going like they have lost their minds, like they've gone completely psycho, you know, on the roads like that. The sad thing is, in all this time I'm driving, I do not see one police patrol vehicle. I do not see one police patrol motorcycle. I do not see one on-foot policeman. I do not see any sign that the police are actively monitoring the situation. I don't know how the deployments are done. I hope we'll see a change, because we've heard so much about vehicles given to the police, new vehicles given to the police, and the police getting speed guns, and they getting breathalyzers, and they getting this, and they getting that, and they getting motorcycles and so on. I am just not seeing this reflected in police presence on the road as ought to be. Even in the night, you know, you drive and you move around for several blocks in built up areas and so on, and you just do not see police presence. You don't see the foot patrols. You don't see the vehicle patrols. You just do not see them whatsoever. And I want to say to the police who are out, who do go out, try to keep your focus and your mind on things that are really important. You know, stop trying to spy people sitting in their vehicle to see whether it's man and woman. You know, I've spoken about it before, the Mako thing. I'm not going to say more, you know, as to why I'm saying that. But I do hope we don't have police who, when they are equipped with expensive resources provided by the state, vehicles, that their preoccupation is not to see if people doing vice in a vehicle and a man and woman to play the petty Mako kind of thing, but to look out for serious indications and signs that crime and law breaking is being committed. Sometimes we have the eyes, sometimes we have the means, but we focus the eyes and we utilize the means for little things that have to do with perverse self-gratification, you know, as opposed to doing that. I've said it about civilians too, you know. Too many people, you know, they walk around places like VG Beach and, you know, is to look to see, you know, who's in the vehicle, if they have somebody with them, what they're doing and so on. Too much of the macro obsession and so on, as opposed to things are happening all the time. Nobody ever see anything. Nobody ever, you know, see something that they can pass on the information to the police. But if the police themselves are using the resources that they are provided for reasons that really have nothing to do with genuine law enforcement concern, you know, to look at people, but is their own little program and their own little projects and their own little, you know, predilections and things that we're in big trouble. We're really in big trouble. I could be wrong about it, you know, but I've seen some things that it seems police are preoccupied with that are really non-issues. When you know, how can it be? How can it be that so very often, you know, in town and in places that are in full view, you find those garbage bins toppled over? You know, how can it be that you don't really know that this zombie, that must be the vibe he's onto? Let me observe him. Let me monitor him. You know, even if you just stamp your foot down and make him run or something. Night after night, those bins are toppled over. That's an important thing. Don't come and tell me this is trivial and so on. It's not trivial. It has to do with public sanitation, public health, public safety. It has to do with those kind of, and it's happening over and over again near points where police ought to be strong in terms of presence, in terms of patrol, in terms of surveillance, by Central Library, by the town hall. You know, there was another place I saw it happen, and I'm saying, but how can this be happening night after night after night after night in the heart of Castries? You know, and nobody gets pulled up or whatever. Yeah, the zombies are dirty. You probably don't want to hold them. Put gloves on and hold them by the seat of their pants and put the fear of God in them for them to stop this kind of thing. You know, if we cannot, what was it that, you know, you know, Jesus Christ said, if who that is faithful in a little will also be faithful in much. You know, if you have faith the size of a mustard seed, then you can move mountains. You can't be aiming to be police to solve the big problems of the gang and thing, and the little ordinary mundane things of everyday life. You cannot get any kind of handle on them. They don't just happen, you know, they happen over and over and over again. You're not busting anybody, you're not making anybody, you're not giving anybody a little whack of a boot on their backside and say, don't do that again, you know, or something of that kind to keep the public safe. It's happening over and over and over again. And like I said, you drive around for several blocks, you drive on the highway, you don't see one policeman, you don't see one police vehicle, and the craziness continues and so on. But anyway, you know, what can you say? We have a new top cop now, so let's hope that he will be able to instill, you know, something different, something better in terms of law enforcement in the country. Because I do not know, people suggest that sometimes, you know, the behavior of law enforcers is really a form of protest themselves, is really a form of their own political statements, because there's so much, whether they like the person who's their superior or the chief of police, whatever, so they will refrain. I don't know. I don't know if there's any truth in that. You know, it's just weird to me. All right. Thank you to all of you who send messages about the sound being off and so on. I think we fixed it. So let's hope that this is something that now belongs to. I got about 3 pictures yesterday from someone who was concerned, while we were on the subject of traffic, that she was driving behind, you know, some truck, you know, flatbed and so on, and it had absolutely no lights on it, you know, and I just want to just show those pictures that the individual is talking about, because you can be driving behind them and they're slowing down or they stop and you don't realize it. Because of the length of the vehicle, because of the way that it moves and so on, you can misjudge its speed and so on. These are the kind of things that we have to deal with in the country. Jaquan, I don't know if you're able to just scroll those pictures. Just scroll them so we can see, you know, what the lady is talking about. And it's genuine. And how can those things be happening and people are not getting pulled up for it? The owners of those trailers and so on. How can they be? I saw some container, you know, whatever, you know, that rig and so on. And it was a pleasure to see it, because not only did it have lights to demonstrate So you can see the height of the vehicle, you can see the width of the vehicle, what I call dimension indicator lights. It shows you if it is towing something, what is the length. It has either lights or reflectors, so you know what kind of vehicle you're encountering, because without them you have no sense. You might think it's an ordinary vehicle, and then it's a tall vehicle, it's a long vehicle, it's a whole lot of those things. Some of them have absolutely no dimension indicator lights or reflectors on them, and on top of it all, the lighting is not what it's supposed to be. They don't have their headlights. I saw somebody write up something about fog lights. Nowadays it's a big deal. People driving, they don't have their headlights on, but they have their fog lights on. I thought fog lights were either supposed to be kept off or disabled. When the time comes, other people, I saw somebody driving with no lights the other day. No lights whatsoever, and it's about 7 o'clock. Once the street lights come on, once it is sunset, which most of us will not say, oh, the sun sets today at 5:49 p.m. and rises tomorrow at 6. So, I know. But the rule is that once you say you reach the point where the street lights get turned on, your headlights, not your park lights, your headlights should be turned on. Your park lights are exactly that. If you stop somewhere, you're supposed to switch off the headlights because you are stationary, but you're supposed to leave the park lights on as an indication, so people can see your vehicle. Again, a little illumination. The park lights are almost on the extreme side of the vehicle, front and back, so they can get an idea of the dimensions of your vehicle and that sort of thing. Either people are driving without lights when the street lights are on, when it's clearly after sunset, they have no lights, or they're driving with fog lights, which are disorienting. Fog lights are exactly that, for fog. In all my years of driving, it's very few occasions I've had to use fog lights. Sometimes the rain in bad weather is so intense that even if it's daylight, you drive with your headlights on. Most times you don't need fog lights. The times I have used fog lights is when you're going from mountainous areas in the wee hours of the morning, the 4 o'clock and some, and you have low cloud and so on, obstructing view. In the Badilil, it happens some of the times closer to the end of the year, the beginning of the year, where it is cloudy, it's foggy, although truly according to meteorological standards, we don't have fog. But you can have low cloud, you can have, this kind of, misty conditions and so on. So for a little while, you can use your fog light to help penetrate, the lower ground level, or just at road level and so on, so you can see your way better, this sort of thing, but afterwards you switch them off. Now people are driving with fog lights as if it's a normal thing. Their headlights are off, but their fog lights are on. Times when their headlights should be on, they have no lights on, all kinds of different lights, flashing lights, strobe lights, all kinds of lights to disorient and dazzle people and do all kinds of things. Where is our police to check on those things? Where is our police? There are regulations pertaining to what kind of lights you should have. I tell you, I was shocked. You never see the vehicle. Somebody's coming with and driving fast, about 7 o'clock. No lights. I remember it's a gray car. You do not see it until it's almost upon you, because at that time you do not expect someone to be driving without lights. But if you happen to, your lights fail, at least drive at a speed so that other road users, people who are oncoming and so on, that their minds can have time process that this is a vehicle coming there. They don't give you any chance to process anything. On top of it all, after you have to keep your attention on all those things, you have pedestrians, oh Lord, who cross the road as if they think they're hares or rabbits or whatever, crossing the road like crazy at any time, dashing across. Not even cats and dogs do this, very rarely and so on. The last animal that I almost ran over and so on because it was crossing the road is because we know, it gets blinded and disoriented. It was an opossum, a manikou, on 2 occasions in one night I said, oh boy, there's something out there, manikou out like that. Manikou crossing the road because the lights, it blinds them, it confuses them, it disorients them. By human beings, our pedestrians, want to cross the road anywhere, anytime, anyhow. People doing all kinds of pull out from side roads into the main road, all kinds of things, not signaling, not indicating. It's a whole craziness. And the craziness is what leads to carnage. The craziness is what is leading to the carnage. And we got to bring it down. Is it rum people drinking? Today I saw it and I said, is this Friday a pay Friday? I don't know. On vendredi la paye, as we used to say. Because people have a way, once they have a little money in their pocket, all they can think of is the night where they're going to go to the next Bram and to have some drinks and to eat some roast. So like everything is hurried for the, I don't know. Or they have some money in their pocket, they feel that makes them invincible and they can't die. How I may say, Saki, we're already dealing with all this crime and all these shootings and so on. We can't behave ourselves better on the road. There's some things people can't do for us. On top of it all, the littering, oh Lord. There's a little place by NMBC where we park in a grassy little area where you point your vehicle off the road, and you come in there. Myself and my co-workers, when there's space, we utilize that area and so on. I came there today. One of my co-workers already had her much bigger SUV parked there, pulled up alongside her. When I opened my door, I didn't want to put my foot out. I didn't want to put my foot on the ground in that grassy area, which I have stepped on so often. Why? Because it must be somebody else. I don't think it's one of my co-workers went and parked there, and whatever it is plastic, glass and paper, this and, discarded food thing and that and in the grass there. Lovely area. And I'm just wondering, do we have any sense of beauty, man, about us? Do we have any sense of this is... I don't even know how to express it anymore. I don't know how to express it. I say, porque ça não mal pour me payer comme ça? Porque ça não high payer nous comme ça? And I think in that somehow is a coded message as to why we hate each other. That we can kill each other without any kind of compunction. Because it seems like we hate everything. And if we hate everything, we hate everybody. We hate the environment, a nice green grassy place and so on. Why you want to drop a cup there? This morning in my area is garbage collection day. I was glad to pick up the same plastic bags and so on, and I had, they're small but 3, and one I always keep in the vehicle for in case I eat or drink something. There's always a plastic bag. Right now on the floor of my vehicle, there are about 2 or 3, the plastic shopping bags that I keep there as my refuse bags. I can't throw things. If you see it fly from my hand. I ain't going to get out in the middle of the traffic on the Millennium or on the, Sir Julian Hunt Highway or whatever, to go and pick it up. It's death I looking for and to kill some other people. But I bag everything. And I remembered this morning's collection day to come and to put them in the bin where the truck will collect them and so on. After that, I know it's not my responsibility, but I did my duty. The spaces around me where I use, including around this workplace, may say for me to go and be dropping any kind of takeaway, food box or whatever it is. Last night being Thursday, even though I wasn't on Can I Help You? Skinny as usual. By the way, big up to you, Skinny, tell me, hey boy, your food is there, too, and so on. I haven't eaten it up to now, but suppose I had last night, there's no way this thing going on the ground there. I don't need anybody to tell me. I don't need any fear of being charged. It's just looking so out of place. Why would I want to put it there? It just looks so out of place. Not everybody's the same, but people don't tell me you go whatever beach it is, whether it is Pigeon Island or whatever. The sand and so on, that you just don't find that cup is out of place there, that people just toss that thing. 2024. 2 decades plus into the 21st century, we still see what it's doing. More and more beaches and so on are being so degraded in St. Lucia. Already you have the sewage and whatever going down. And for us to be putting solid waste and bottles and plastic things in it and so on. Our St. Lucia. No wonder more and more hotels, when they build, they'll be applying to the authorities to give them, restricted space, restricted access. I don't know if the tourists do it, but the hotels probably put a lot of effort in keeping the place clean for the sake of the tourists. This is our country. This is not the tourist country. They're visitors. They're our guests. They love it more than us. We need some kind of CITES and some kind of, green whatever society and so on to come and to clean our country for us. We cannot do it ourselves. We have a solid waste management authority. We have all those kind of things. I mean, what's wrong with us? And anytime you see a problem reaches there, it's always like you get a sense that people are glad to make it a Philip J. Pierre issue and an Alan Chastney issue and a Flabo issue and a Labour issue and the politicians and the government is to blame for that and the government must do something about that and the government this and the government that. It's always that, It's always that. Like no sense of responsibility in us as people, as individuals for anything. Everything we seem to welcome it. So that we add to the problem so that we can say, well, the representative have to look into them things, the government must do something. Yet if one of your friends or family or community members get arrested for violating the Litter Management Act or whatever it is, we're the first, to out there to protest. Let go the man, drop the man, the man, and so on. We're always there, to be champions of coming to the defense of lawbreakers because they are buddies, they are friends, or we just want to show defiance against authority and the police and the system. But at the same time, what we're doing, man? We're going to the dogs and to the pigs and to the cesspit and to the latrine and to the garbage dump. That's where we're going. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. Emancipate yourself from filthiness and muck and detritus and all this. Emancipate yourself from that. And none but ourselves can keep our place clean and make a statement that we're not pigs. And we refuse to live like pigs. We refuse to live in garbage and only us can make that kind of decision. Anyway, well, yeah, now get going. I think we're just in time for a commercial break. Let's take it, and when we come back, let's open the phone line straight away because it's our last program for the week. So, people can, Thank you.
The man, the voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real issues. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
McDowell's Supplements, an effective way to ensure you and your loved ones are getting the daily recommended intake of essential vitamins, minerals, and other important nutrients necessary for optimal health. Naturally, we carry an array of health and wellness supplements. McDowell's Immune Booster enhances your body's defense to fight colds and flu, boosts your immune system, prevents viruses and other airborne diseases. McDowell's Colon Cleanser prevents constipation, helps in removing toxins from the colon, detoxifies the body, and regulates your bowel movements. McDowell's Prostate Health prevent the enlargement of the prostate, improve urinary flow, and reduce frequent urination, especially at night. Moringa oleifera capsules are rich in minerals like calcium, potassium, zinc, magnesium, iron, and copper, vitamins like beta-carotene of vitamin A, vitamin B such as folic acid, vitamin C, D, and E. McDowell's Potassium Complex, used for treating and preventing low potassium levels, high blood pressure, preventing stroke, and aid in weight loss. McDowell's Triple Magnesium relaxes the muscles, relieves cramps and helps to control high blood pressure, improves sleep, and can calm the nerves. Magnesium is very important for the normal functioning of cells, nerves, muscles, bones, and the heart. McDowell's Ginger Turmeric helps to relieve pain, decrease nausea and enhance the immune function to help protect against illness and infection. Ginger turmeric has powerful anti-inflammatory properties and improves your circulation. Don't hold health back. Let health strike back. McDowell's, the better way to start your health. Visit Health Service Center, John Compton Highway, call 453-6417. Let your wellness be our stress.
It is well known that diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, and other illnesses may restrict blood flow, which can lead to impotence and erectile dysfunction. This is why Enhance was formulated to meet these challenging health problems, which can reduce your ability to perform. If you're having problems maintaining your manhood, then reclaim your manhood today with Enhance. Enhance increases your energy level, boosts your stamina, and increases your endurance.
You can get your Enhance at Southwell VA4, Restorer Pharmacy Soufre, Knights Med Miku, Lay by Bar The Morn, Dexter's Place Jeremy Street Castries, Citygate Bar The City C opposite the market, Clans Place Denry Highway, Outlet Supermarket, Soufre, the Release Stress Bar, Labrie Highway, Cool Joint Bar, Victoria Schwazel, Prios Bus Stop 22, next to the Moshi Bus Stop, opposite the Grosile Bus Stop. Prios Bar and Grill in Corinth, Grosile.
Enhance, the best a man can get.
Why are you suffering from aches, pains, and illnesses? When there's help for you. At Health Service Center, we offer a wide range of treatment that has been scientifically proven to help you with your aches, pains, and illnesses. Our ICT machine is one of the most effective devices in the health field. It has shown positive results in many health problems, such as back pains, shoulder pains, migraine headaches, pain in the knees and legs, poor circulation, arthritis, diabetic neuropathy, numbness in the feet, strokes and sports injuries. ICT, repairs, rebuild. The power to heal, the future of pain relief.
The man, the voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real issues. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM. The man.
Out of it, another moment you might not feel so great, you know. I don't know what it is, but these days that seems to be what it is if when people are not feeling well. I don't know if it's the weather or something else or whatever the bug is. It has you in that state of you're never too sure that you're as okay as you think you are. So just continue to be careful, continue to get better. People, Castries Constituency Council, you need to do something about not the vending areas, the sidewalk vending, but in those areas in the CDC where people have shops, which I think they pay the Constituency Council and NHC or whoever it is, and just outside their storefronts, it isn't sidewalk. Let's say that area on Lower Darling Road, we will say the western side where you have, you know, those shops and so on, and people have their restaurants and barber shops, and there's other people who just come and who just set up shop, who set up business, who set up trees. And by all indications, I don't think they have authorization or permission to do it. And they're obstructing the storefront. If you want to go there, there's a little place, the nice couple who own it and so on, who, as so many people meet me and start talking to me and tell me I'm so and so, and I watch your program all the time, and then a friendship of sorts, you know, develops. Maybe go to cut my hair, you know. But I had to stop going there because you're always in danger that you'll be knocking somebody's tray or somebody's bottle of sweets and tamarind bowls and fudge or lababado or whatever they have, because they just come and they just set up shop there. And it's not really on the sidewalk per se. How do you call that? The veranda, the balcony, the gallery of the businesses and so on, which is supposed to have a little bit of storefront space so that customers can come and patronize their business, for which they are paying, I'm sure, some rent, some whatever it is to CCC, you know, Castries Constituency Council, or whoever it is that they pay the rent for. And these people, when they come there, they have no manners, they have no behavior. Said a young men congregate selling, I don't know if it is Job or Capstan or whatever, weed or whatever that they're selling there. And then it's a cussing that goes on all day, and your mother this and your mother that. And they become so arrogant, like they're entitled, like who puts a stool in the way where people are supposed to pass, and they don't try to pull out or give you space to pass. It's like, you know, to hell with you if you don't like it. Do something about it. You get almost that sense of daring and defiance, and if you go and you probably challenge them. A knife will be in you in no time, you know. One person who owns a small business in that area where he has been there for a long time was telling me it just has become so unbearable, so overbearing for all of them there, you know. They just set up there, or they just use it as their hangout spot. And in the case I told you, there was a little eatery place, nice people and so on. You know, I like the local people who serve you local food. So when you go there, it's your dashing and your plantain and your this and your that. You know, very rarely will you do this macaroni and cheese stuff and all of that. Apart from being very courteous, very nice people. But I just stopped going there. It's just too crowded. It's just too congested with people who I know don't have any permission to be there, who just come and who just appropriate and take over the place, and then there is no space, and then it's the cussing, it's the threatening and all this. And you know, we wonder about the young people who come from school. Sometimes their mothers work in those small areas, so they come there to do their little homework while their mother is working until 4 o'clock or what time when the mother gets off, that she can take her. And you know, you see a little girl come there. And she have to be hearing all this kind of vieille conversation in her head all the time. The cussing and the this and the that, and who will kai fout yon moun koul koutla, kai vole tet yo, exot se bouk sa zame ou yo shoot zo, and you know, this kind of thing that goes on, and everything is a mother, this, I go, isama mau, and so on. And you say, well, you know, look at it. Look at the stress and the struggles a working single mother has. She have a little daughter going to, whether it's Ave Maria or whatever, who come to meet her there, because afterwards we'll take a bus, we'll go home. But you know, it's a very bad period for that little girl or little boy, that they have to be exposed to this kind of thing. And whoever, Mr. Frederick, whatever, look into those things. Maybe the people will not complain, but it's really, really overbearing to a lot of them. And in some areas, people are now in the habit. When you see people do things, and they are not in any way challenged or confronted about it, breaking the law, it becomes so normalized that they develop a sense of entitlement about it. You know, they're entitled to it. They're justified in doing it. And you can't talk to them. It's difficult to dislodge them. People now demarcating their own parking. It's been happening long, but there's some areas where people go, they put 2 tires, they have their own cones, the crates of empty crates of drink that they just put there. You know, there's no yellow line, there's no marking, so they're demarcating their parking. And then the city council, ministry, whatever, not getting a dime from that. They're not getting a dime. They will tell them pay $10 a month for a parking spot. They don't want it, because people have this attitude that anything that has to do with government, it's supposed to be for free, or for some ridiculous, give it to them for 25 cents or something. So you tell them $10 a month. They don't want to pay. But they're demarcating their own parking. They put in things to block. They put in wooden pallets and so on. You need to go to those people and tell them, look, we're offering you this space for $15, whatever it is, a month, whatever, and so on. You have to do it. You have to pull up people on it. It can't be that they're demarcating their own parking, but they don't want to pay anything for it. Now, I heard somebody ask a question, a good question. I think I can say it's my friend Janica Simon on her Facebook page, where she said, what about those parking meters? You know, they're there, but are they working? You know, did I save Johnny's link? Johnny, in fact, I know you don't mind, you know, but it's a good question. What's the status of things with those parking meters? Are they functional? Somebody said they heard that the software for them has expired and that kind of, I don't know. But what is the situation with the parking meters? People want to do whatever they want, and you have to check up on them, because over time it will become unmanageable. You can't control it anymore. Where everybody just come and they take 2 concrete blocks, and that's my parking space, and nobody can come there. Why people just come in front of somebody's store, customers can hardly pass. There's that sense of menace that you get about them. They take over, and their behavior is such that it is scary. It's always a cussing and a threatening and so on. Little children have to be passing in those kind of things. You have heard me speak before about people who take over public facilities. Government goes, they invest a lot of money into building laundries and showers and so on for people, and standpipes. The people hardly can get access because there are a set of fellows who just come and they just take it over. I saw it happen at Bize many years ago. I saw it happen at Balata many years ago. I can't tell you the state of it all. I think Babuno had a similar thing where the fellows just come and they just conquer the place. It's not bathe, it's not wash the washing, it's their hangout place where they lie down and they estale themselves and they play cards or whatever they do. And the people, the housewife, the mother and so on who really needs to use it, they can't get to use it. Or they will not feel like going there. Young men who want to be catcalling them all the time and chatting them and, psst and all of that and saying all kinds of things to them. They don't want to go there. So many public facilities, community centers, whatever, that have just, it seems, been taken over by these lawless, aimless, idlers who just come and just hang out there and they engage in more nefarious activities than what I've mentioned. Authorities, we need to look into that. We need to take back our country. It isn't that you're denying anybody, but if a laundry is there for, people who don't get water normally or who cannot afford water or whatever it is the problem, and they need to come there and wash their children's clothes and use bath and laundry and so on. You can have fellas just come there and, as I say, just sprawl out themselves there, they're blocking, and when they sit this place, they don't seem like they want to move to give people room, people who come in to use it, like it's their place. Like if you tell them anything, you're in danger of getting beat up or even killed. We can't let this kind of thing happen. What we are doing is that we are tacitly permitting, if not outright encouraging, the whole system and tide of lawlessness that is engulfing our country. And once lawlessness takes root, it will express itself in other ways and in other places. The young men, the would-be gangsters, whatever you call them, who come and who just block up a laundry facility and a community center area as their point of idling, as their point of gambling, as their point of drug dealing, doing this kind of thing. When those fellas get that sense of entitlement and justification, those of them who own by motorcycles or whatever else and so on, that spirit of lawlessness will go with them on the road. It will express itself. You have to nip it in the bud. If, for example, what I said I noticed many years ago at Babono is still true, that laundry is very close to the police station. I grew up in Dennery and, there was public laundry from way back. There was the Dennery Village Council, DVC and whatever and so on. There weren't so many policemen. But when you see a couple of cops just, patrolling there, fellas know there are things they can't do. Those cops, they didn't have guns strapped to their side or whatever. That if you see them with a butu. But there was that seriousness and respect about them. There were certain things you could not do. Don't tell me Babono police station just so close there that they can't come there and just let the fellas see their face. A true good cop, when he look at you, he just look at you, and that's all you have to do. When he tell you move, you have to move. You don't have to tell it to you twice. And nowadays our cops have other things. They have mace, they have, you know what I mean? They have smoke bomb, they have real gun, they have the training and everything. They should be able to go to those things and say, those fellas, what are you doing there? If you don't have anything doing there, then sir, do not hang around there. Just not idle around there. Give the lady room for her to pass the door washing. And when that cop tell you, you better comply and obey. So I think we need to bring back this kind of authoritative respect about police and so on. They don't need to threaten and so on. Once they look at you and they tell you move, you have to move. You better move. We need to bring back that kind of policing. Whether you call it intimidation or whatever, but people understood the law and the need to abide and to respect. And I think it is possible to recapture those days. It's because there is too much gallerying and gesturing and pappy showing and so on by people who are in law enforcement and security themselves. Because we are hobbled and crippled by this spirit of everybody want to be everybody's friend. Tout moun pe moun hay you. Tout moun pe moun fashek you. If people, so you're a policeman, but you're trying to ingratiate yourself to people and to make them your friend. No, but you don't go out to go and make enemies. But being a policeman and whatever is not a popularity contest where you go out there to make people like you. And that spirit has permeated so many things. You don't go out to make people fashion you. You don't go out to make people hire you. You go out to do your work and to do what is right. And we need to get back that time. Stop trying to be in everybody's good books. It's never going to happen. As a little unimportant journalist, broadcaster, I have learned that. Shelton, come here and say what you have to say, what needs to be said. You're going to have fans. You're going to have people who like you. You're going to have people who will praise you. You're going to have people who will tell you how they like your show and they listen every day. You're going to have people who can manger call you. There comes a point where they hate you so much, they don't even bother to listen to what you have to say. You come on, either they switch off or they already go flee this kind of way because they don't like you and so on already. Partner, you can't live your life for you to think about kimun ki haï mwen, et kimun ki fâché avec mwen, et kimun ki ka manger koyo, la yo tan mwen parler. You can't expect everybody gonna be a fan. It's not gonna happen. Come there in the sincerity of what you genuinely believe and know to be the truth and to be the correct thing. Articulate that position. Be honest to say when it is your opinion, when it is not a fact, it is not anything authoritative, it is not anything established, but at least you are being honest about those opinions and where you stand on issues. People may not like you, but they most likely will respect you, however grudgingly. Telephone lines open now. 487-9849. The number that you can WhatsApp call us on. And Bernard Hinn says all week he's been trying, he can't get through on that number. And the landline number 4533911. Listen again. You can WhatsApp call us 487-9849. That's WhatsApp calling, and 4533911. If you're listening via the radio and you are in the north, you likely will not be getting us on 91.3. But in the south, our frequency, which is 91.5, that is for the radio, you can get us. That one is up and that one is working. You can also follow us on the television, NBC television. If it's the Flow Cable TV service that you have, we are on channel 120. We are on Facebook Live as well, and we are streaming live on YouTube. Now, Jokwan, we had another little video, I think, to play about an accident that took place in the Shock area yesterday. And let me just tell you, in going up to Grosley, we're going to play the video without sound because it has quite a lot of expletives, in it and so on. But we believe you need to see that. But in the Shock area, people watch out. The road is generally nice and good and smooth and flowing. But there are a lot of perils there. If it's not cars, if it's not cows, beef. Most times they're peaceful and they're okay and they're grazing, but you never know. Animals have a mind of their own. And the herd mentality, once one, which is the lead or whatever, female, whatever, puts its head in that direction, the other's going to follow. And if one falls behind and when it get up from a grazing, it realizes the others have moved up, it will panic and it will want to go and catch up with. That's the way animals behave. Goats, sheep, whatever, the herd has moved a little distance away, and one that was distracted, maybe in some nice juicy grass, it realized the others are leaving it behind. It want to go and catch up with them. All right, we have a caller. Let's take that caller. Hi, good afternoon. Real Issues. Hello.
Hello, today.
Yeah, hi. How are you doing? Yes.
How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
Okay, I'm alright. So I know the view that with the advent of the new acting police commissioner, I think if he sticks to his word, that as of now there should have been police patrols all about the place. Too many attempts you find police officers just sitting on the police station doing nothing, playing dominoes, playing this, playing that, or they are and they're in uniform,
Yeah. Somebody wrote something today suggesting that a lot of them are being at watering holes at the rum shops and the bars and the cabarets, enjoying themselves, I don't know.
And you actually seen the police vehicles park outside. They're not even being discreet about it, The police vehicles park outside and they're in the bar drinking. Or they by the beach somewhere or something, and when you call for a vehicle, there's no vehicle available because the vehicle is out. But where? Where is it? Understand? Mm-hmm. And you're walking around castles, even in the villages and towns. Remember at one time they used to have this police. They used to call him. They was dressed in khaki or stab.
They dress what?
In the days of old, they used to have this person or persons in this.
Oh, the reserve police, the constab.
The constab.
Mm-hmm.
We had these people that patrolling every day, going up and down, and not just doing police duties. They were there in case of, like, for example, if somebody mash up your avocado tree We wouldn't get the police to do that. The constable will do that.
Or if somebody's animal came and damaged your garden and so on, you know? Yeah.
The constable will do that. You know, the police will know the time to do that. And you had all these avenues before.